This is the birthplace of some of the world's greatest musical geniuses, a country where music isn't just an art, but the very heartbeat of its culture. From Mozart to Strauss and Haydn, this country has shaped the course of classical music like no other nation. This is Austria. A land where music doesn't just entertain, it heals. Where mountains stand like ancient guards, and every lake reflects a piece of heaven. Where culture, art, and history live not only in books or museums, but in the air you breathe. So, how did this small, quiet country shape so much of the world's beauty and soul? Why does it feel like time slows down when you're here? Stay with me, because what you're about to see might just change the way you look at Austria forever. And maybe, just maybe, you'll wonder why no one told you these stories before. Did you know that the Grossglockner High Alpine Road isn't just one of the most scenic drives in the world? It's also one of the oldest routes across the Alps, used by travelers for over 3,500 years. Stretching for 48 kilometers, this iconic road winds its way through Austria's Hohe Tauern National Park, taking you through some of the most dramatic landscapes in the Alps. The road itself is a masterpiece of engineering, with 36 hairpin bends that make every twist and turn an adventure in itself. At its highest point, the Edelweiss-Spitze stands at 2,572 meters, offering sweeping views of the surrounding peaks and valleys. The road connects travelers to the majestic Grossglockner, Austria's highest mountain, towering at 3,798 meters above sea level. Along the way, you'll also encounter stunning viewpoints, like the Kaiser Franz Josefs Höhe, where the views of Grossglockner are absolutely breathtaking. Though mostly a winding journey through mountains, the road offers stops with scenic rest areas, making it a perfect destination for families and adventurers alike. before we move on to the next destination. Here's a fun question for you. What is the official language of Austria? Comment your guess. Surrounded by three great mountain ranges, the Ziller Valley is the widest valley south of the Inn River in Tyrol, Austria. It stretches quietly from the town of Strasse to Meyerhofen, where it splits into four smaller valleys, each leading deeper into the Alps. Unlike many steep valleys, this one rises slowly, just 100 meters over 30 kilometers, making it feel calm and open. People have lived here since the Stone Age, and in the Bronze and Iron Ages, the Illyrians settled these lands before being absorbed by the Bavarians. In 889, the valley was mentioned for the first time in writing. Later, the valley was ruled by both Salzburg and Tyrol, and during the Napoleonic Wars, the people joined a famous rebellion to defend their land. In 1837, 437 Protestants were forced to leave their homes and start new lives in Silesia, but their voices, their faith, and even their music lived on. By 1902, the Ziller Valley Railway connected the area to the outside world, bringing new chances for trade and tourism. If you are watching this, please click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. If you think fairy tales only exist in books, you've never seen Hallstatt. Here, people live surrounded by mountains that seem straight out of a painting, with a lake that reflects the sky, and history quietly hiding beneath every stone. Nestled in the heart of Austria's Salzkammergut region, Hallstatt has been a hub of salt production for over 7,000 years. The salt mines here, often called white gold, were so valuable that they shaped the entire region, fueling trade, culture, and even the development of the early Celtic people. The narrow streets and colorful houses built against the steep slopes of the Dachstein Mountains, have stood the test of time, offering a perfect snapshot of life from centuries ago. The breathtaking views of Hallstattersee, a crystal-clear lake that reflects the towering mountains, add an almost magical touch to the landscape. In 1997, Hallstatt was recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, and it's easy to see why. From the 16th century Catholic Church to the centuries-old salt mines, every corner of Hallstatt tells a story. And despite the crowds of visitors, the village still maintains an atmosphere of calm and serenity, just like it has for centuries. If you're planning a trip to Wolfgangsee, the Schafberg mountain is an absolute must-see. Known as the most scenic mountain in the Salzkammergut region, it offers a breathtaking 360-degree view you won't forget. You can reach the summit either by the historic Schafberg Railway, which climbs steeply to the top, or by hiking up if you're feeling adventurous. At the top, you'll be treated to a stunning panorama of the turquoise-blue Wolfgangsee, along with views of other beautiful lakes like Mondsee and Attersee. On clear days, you can even see the Hallstattersee and the majestic Loser Mountain in Styria. The Schafberg rises 1,783 meters above sea level, making it a truly impressive sight. Whether you take the train or hike, the journey up is just as amazing as the view from the top. So don't miss out on the Schafberg during your visit to the Wolfgangsee area. It's a memory you'll cherish forever. Floating gently on the blue waters of Lake Traunsee, Schloss Ort looks like a fairy tale come to life. This charming Austrian castle sits in the town of Gmunden, just a short drive from the heart of Salzkammergut. Its story began over 900 years ago, when a nobleman named Hartneitus of Ort built the first stones around the year 1080. Through centuries, powerful families took turns shaping the castle, from the Wolsey brothers in the 1300s to the mighty Habsburgs who ruled much of Europe. One of the most curious chapters came in 1890, when Archduke John of Tuscany gave up his royal life, changed his name to Johann Orth, and vanished at sea after sailing away from this very castle. For decades, the building sat quietly, weathered by time and wars, waiting for new purpose. Today, Schloss Ort is alive again, serving as a study center and welcoming visitors who walk through its peaceful courtyard and across its romantic wooden bridge. It even found new fame in the 1990s, when it became the star of a popular Austrian TV series. With history in its stones and stories in its halls, Schloss Ort remains a place of mystery, beauty, and timeless charm. Perched on a 564-foot Dolomite rock, Hochosterwitz Castle might seem like a picturesque scene from a fairy tale. But this is no mere fantasy. It's a fortress that has stood for over 1,000 years. The castle was first mentioned in 860 AD, and its strategic location made it an ideal defensive stronghold. Over the centuries, it withstood invasions, including the famous siege by Countess Margaret of Tyrol in the 14th century. The defenders tricked the invaders by tossing grain-filled ox carcasses over the walls, making them believe they still had plenty of food. Hochosterwitz's 14 fortified gates, built between 1570 and 1586, are another marvel of engineering. Each gate had its own defense mechanism, making it nearly impossible for enemies to break through. Local legend claims that no invader ever made it past the fourth gate. Visitors can walk the 620-meter-long path through these gates, exploring rooms filled with historical treasures. Has this magical place made it onto your travel bucket list? Type 1 if you've been there, or 2 if you're dreaming of going one day. Nestled in the heart of the Austrian Alps, Plansee Lake is a pristine oasis that has captivated travelers for centuries. The lake spans over 2 square kilometers and is one of the largest natural lakes in Tyrol, surrounded by towering peaks that reflect off its mirror-like surface. The crystal-clear waters are fed by melting glaciers, giving it an otherworldly turquoise hue. But its beauty isn't just what you see on the surface. It's also steeped in legend and history. Many believe that the lake hides the remnants of an ancient settlement, swallowed by a massive flood centuries ago. Locals tell tales of the village that once flourished on the lake's shores, a peaceful community that vanished without a trace after the waters rose. The lake offers more than just scenic beauty. It's a place of reflection, where visitors can soak in not only the views, but also the deep sense of timelessness. Far away from the well-trodden paths lies Neustattalm, a village so peaceful, it seems almost too perfect to be real. Set in Austria's stunning Dachstein region, this hidden gem offers a retreat where time slows down and nature remains untouched. With its traditional wooden houses scattered across the landscape, Neustattalm feels like stepping into a storybook. At an altitude of about 1,500 meters, the air here is fresh and cool, offering a refreshing break from the hustle and bustle of modern life. This place offers a rare glimpse of Austria in its purest form, untouched by the crowds of typical tourist resorts. Lermoos is a quiet village in Tyrol, surrounded by the Alps and blessed with one of the best views of the Zugspitze, Germany's highest peak. Once part of the ancient Via Claudia Augusta, Lermoos has been a resting place for travelers for over 2,000 years. The village sits above 1,000 meters, where the air feels crisp and the world moves a little slower. In winter, snow blankets the hills, and the Gruebigstein resort comes alive with ski trails, sleigh rides, and cozy firesides. When the snow melts, hiking paths and mountain bike trails open up through green meadows and pine forests. There's even a peaceful golf course where players enjoy the game with mountains all around. From quiet mornings to thrilling adventures, Lermoos offers something special in every season. And through it all, this little village keeps its gentle charm, a place where nature and calm still live side by side. Salzburg, Austria's fourth largest city, was originally a Roman settlement called Uvavam. In the 8th century, it became an important religious center and was established as an archbishopric in 798. The city's wealth grew from salt extraction, trade, and gold mining. In the 11th century, the Hohensalzburg fortress was built, becoming one of Europe's largest medieval fortresses. Salzburg's historic center, known for its Baroque architecture, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The name Salzburg comes from the salt barges that passed through the Salzach River in the 8th century. In the 17th century, the city became a cultural hub with stunning churches and palaces. Salzburg was central to the Enlightenment but faced religious conflict in the 18th century, when Protestant citizens were expelled. After World War II, the city was heavily bombed, but much of its Baroque architecture survived, making it a beloved destination for visitors worldwide. We gather info from many places, so if we missed something or you've got something cool to add, share it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Imagine standing on a peaceful plateau, high above the Enns Valley, with the jagged Dachstein Mountains rising behind you like stone giants. This is Ramsau am Dachstein, a hidden world in Styria, where nature's contrasts come together in perfect harmony. Ramsau was first mentioned over 900 years ago, and its people still preserve unique traditions, including Protestant faith and the ancient craft of making loden. Ramsau stretches out calmly at 1,100 meters above sea level, offering wide-open views and sunlight year-round. The land here is surprisingly flat for this altitude, a rare geological formation in the Alps, making it ideal for walking, cycling, and especially cross-country skiing. And skiing is not just a pastime here, it's part of Ramsau's identity. With its perfect snowy plateau, Ramsau became a Nordic sports paradise, even hosting the FIS World Championships in 1999. In summer, this plateau becomes a tranquil green sea, dotted with wooden farmhouses and hikers following scenic paths to the hills above. Lake Wolfgang, one of Austria's most renowned lakes, lies gracefully in the heart of the stunning Salzkammergut region. Stretching over 10 kilometers, the lake is divided by a narrow peninsula known as Die Enge, creating two distinct sections. Surrounded by the majestic Salzkammergut mountain range, Lake Wolfgang offers incredible views, with the towering Schafberg mountain standing proudly to the north, watching over it all. The lake's calm, crystal-clear waters reflect the breathtaking landscapes, creating a serene atmosphere that invites you to relax and unwind. For centuries, the lake has captivated visitors, drawing tourists from all over the world. Its timeless beauty and tranquil ambiance have made it a favorite getaway for those seeking a peaceful retreat. The serene waters of Lake Wolfgang perfectly mirror the snow-capped peaks and green hillsides, offering a picture-perfect escape from the everyday hustle. A visit to this enchanting lake is truly a must when exploring Austria. Vorarlberg is Austria's westernmost state, bordered by Switzerland, Germany, and Liechtenstein. The area is mostly mountainous, with 2/3 of it sitting above 1,000 meters in elevation. Lake Constance, shared by 3 countries, is the heart of the region, offering breathtaking views and a hub for the annual Bregenzer Festspiel. The state is home to unique Alemannic dialects, linking it culturally more to Switzerland and Germany than the rest of Austria. Its natural beauty is preserved in places like the Biosphere Reserve Grosses Zillertal, a UNESCO site focused on sustainability. The mountain ranges are perfect for skiing and hiking adventures. Before the Romans, Celtic tribes settled here, leaving their mark on the land. In 1919, Vorarlberg even voted to join Switzerland, but the union never happened. Today, charming towns continue to draw visitors with their scenic landscapes and rich history. There is a stunning abbey perched high above the Wachau Valley, where apricot orchards stretch beneath the golden sun. This is Göttweig Abbey, founded in 1083 by Altman, Bishop of Passau, as a place of deep faith and learning. But by 1094, discipline had faded and reform was needed, so monks from the Black Forest arrived, bringing with them the strict rule of Saint Benedict. Under their guidance, the abbey flourished, becoming a respected center of monastic life and home to Ulva, the first known woman to write poetry in German. Disaster came in 1580 when a fire nearly wiped the abbey off the map. It was saved by a new abbot from Melk, who rebuilt it and restored its purpose. Then, in 1718, fire struck again, yet once more. The abbey rose from the ashes, grander than before. The new design, inspired by the Escorial in Spain, gave the monastery a powerful Baroque presence on the hill. Surrounded by vineyards and Austria's highest apricot orchards, Göttweig remains a timeless guardian over the Wachau Valley. Tucked away in the peaceful Waldviertel region of Lower Austria, the Ottenstein Reservoir stretches across 4.3 square kilometers, framed by dense forests and rugged rocky shores. The lake was formed by a 69-meter-high dam holding back the Kamp River, storing up to 73 million cubic meters of water. Even though it's a power source, Ottenstein has become a favorite getaway, especially in summer. Many of the most peaceful spots can only be reached by boat, which adds a real sense of adventure. On the lake's peninsulas, you can spot old castle ruins like Lichtenfels and the striking Ottenstein Castle, perched like sentinels above the water. What if I told you one of Europe's most powerful fortresses was built on the solid core of a dead volcano? Riegersburg Castle sits atop a volcanic neck, the hardened remains of a mighty volcano that once raged over 2 million years ago. That dark basalt stone, once molten fire, became the foundation for one of Austria's strongest castles, rising nearly 500 meters above sea level. Since the year 1122, this high ground has been home to knights, barons, and battles, with the first known lord, Rudiger von Hohenberg, leaving his mark here. But it wasn't until the 1600s, under the fierce and determined Katharina Elisabeth von Galler, that the castle became what it is today. When danger crept close, local villagers would flee to the castle for safety, sometimes thousands at a time, finding protection within its 108 rooms. The very stone of the volcano gave the castle not just strength, but a sense of permanence, as if the earth itself refused to let it fall. She expanded it into a fortress with 3 kilometers of defensive walls, 5 gates, and 2 moats, strong enough to guard against Turkish and Hungarian invasions. Gosausee Lake offers an unforgettable retreat into the heart of Austria's majestic Salzkammergut region. The serene emerald waters mirror towering mountains so vividly that they were once called the Eye of God. This idyllic spot, nestled near the town of Gossau and within reach of Salzburg, draws travelers eager for a mix of peaceful relaxation and adventurous pursuits. Leisurely strolls along the lake, exciting hikes, and refreshing swims in its pristine waters provide the perfect escape for those who love both serenity and adventure. The area, known as the Gosausee, consists of 3 lakes, the largest, Vorderer Gosausee, the smaller Gosaulache, and the tranquil Hinterer Gosausee. The entire region is surrounded by the breathtaking Dachstein Mountains and the rugged Gosaukam Range. For those who love hiking, Gosausee Lake offers a range of trails suitable for all levels, from gentle lakeside strolls to challenging mountain hikes. Kufstein, a charming town in Tyrol, Austria, is nestled along the beautiful Inn River. A history stretching back over 30,000 years, it has witnessed countless stories and transformations. At the heart of the town stands Kufstein Fortress, built in the 13th century, proudly overlooking the valley. Surrounded by the stunning Brandenburg Alps and Kaiser Mountains, Kufstein offers a landscape full of natural beauty. Rich in history, captivating views, and serene surroundings, Kufstein is a hidden gem that offers a glimpse into Austria's past and natural beauty. Kitzbühel, a picturesque medieval town in the heart of the Kitzbühel Alps, is world-renowned for its charm and beauty. Located about 100 kilometers east of Innsbruck, it's a top destination for ski lovers, attracting elite travelers from around the globe. With its stunning backdrop of grassy mountains, Kitzbühel offers a different kind of magic in every season, from winter sports to summer hikes. Its rich history can be seen in its cobbled streets and colorful buildings that tell tales from centuries past. The locals, fiercely proud of their Tyrolean heritage, greet visitors like family. Beyond its reputation as a top ski resort, Kitzbühel is also known for its serene atmosphere. Hiking trails wind through the lush valleys and along the river Kitzbüheler Eich, giving you a chance to reconnect with nature. The warm, welcoming spirit of the town makes it easy to feel at home, no matter the season. The breathtaking views, friendly locals, and mix of old-world charm and modern luxury make it a truly special destination. The Wachau Valley is an extraordinary blend of nature and human ingenuity. It stretches along a 30-mile stretch of the Danube River and has been continuously shaped by its inhabitants for thousands of years. The valley's terraced vineyards are a testament to the agricultural practices that date back to the Roman Empire, making this one of the oldest wine-growing regions in Europe. The Wachau is renowned for producing world-class wines, especially the dry white Gruner Veltliner and the rich Riesling. Alongside the vineyards, the valley is home to several medieval castles, monasteries, and towns, each with its own unique story. The valley has also been a source of inspiration for artists and writers throughout history, with its stunning landscapes and rich history providing the perfect backdrop for creativity. The Wachau Valley remains a UNESCO World Heritage Site, offering visitors not only a journey through history, but also a chance to experience the very best of Austrian culture, food, and wine. Ischgl may be a modern ski resort today, but its roots stretch deep into the history of Alpine trade and culture. This charming mountain town was once a quiet stop on the old trade route between Austria and Italy, a key passageway for merchants hauling goods across the Alps. In the 17th and 18th centuries, Ischgl became an important trading hub, where merchants would rest, exchange goods, and prepare for their journey across the rugged mountain passes. Over time, the town's role as a trading post faded, but the rugged spirit of commerce and travel remained woven into its fabric. In the mid-20th century, Ischgl transitioned into the world-renowned ski resort it is today, attracting visitors from all corners of the globe with its vast slopes and luxurious amenities. Despite its modern transformation, traces of Ischgl's past are still visible in the town's architecture. These buildings, now mixed with more contemporary structures, hold a quiet history that contrasts beautifully with the modern ski lifts and luxury chalets. Gosausee is a village where nature paints its own masterpiece every day. This picturesque valley is encircled by towering peaks that seem to touch the sky, with lush green meadows below and sparkling crystal-clear lakes reflecting the majesty of the mountains. For centuries, this village has been shaped by the forces of nature, with the glaciers once carving the landscape into its current form. The village's connection to the land is not just visual, but deeply rooted in its culture. Traditionally, Gosausee was known for its salt mines, which played a crucial role in the region's economy. The salt was so valuable that it was called white gold, and many of the local families worked in the mines. Today, the economy thrives on tourism, but the traditions of the past linger in the stone houses and the landscape. You can still see remnants of the salt trade in the area, as well as small farms where the way of life hasn't changed much over the centuries. Just south of Graz, between two gentle rivers, lies the peaceful little city of Leibnitz, Austria. It may seem quiet, but this place has stories going back over 1,000 years. Long before modern times, nearby Roman ruins once belonged to a city called Flavia Solva, built in the 1st century. When the Romans disappeared, Bavarian settlers moved in, and over time, the name Leibnitz began to take shape. By the 12th century, the area belonged to the Archbishop of Salzburg, and it stayed that way for more than 400 years. But life here wasn't always calm. Wars, fires, and even invasions shaped the town's path through history. In the 1700s and 1800s, major fires burned the town to the ground, or twice, but each time the people rebuilt. After World War I, Leibniz lost important trade routes and became a quiet border town, almost forgotten. But today, thanks to its ties with Slovenia and the EU, Leibniz is alive again, full of charm, culture, and quiet strength. Innsbruck, the capital of Tyrol, sits quietly between towering Alpine peaks, where the Inn River meets the Wipp Valley. Long before it became a city, this valley was home to Romans who built the army station of Val di Dana, guarding an ancient trade road from Italy to Germany. By the 1400s, Innsbruck had grown into a powerful center of politics and culture, especially when Emperor Maximilian I made it his home. You can still feel his presence at the Hofkirche, where bronze statues stand around a grand tomb, honoring both history and legend. Innsbruck also played a heroic role in the early 1800s, when local leader Andreas Hofer led a peasant army against Napoleon's troops, fighting for Tyrolean freedom. Though the city suffered bombings during World War II, it rose again, keeping its heart and charm alive through each chapter. In winter, Innsbruck turns into a snowy wonderland, having proudly hosted 2 Winter Olympics and still welcoming skiers from all over the world. And when summer comes, the days stretch long, the air stays cool, and the mountains shine like something out of a dream. For centuries, Schleining Castle has stood as a silent guardian of the land, watching over the borderlands and protecting its people. Built in the 13th century, It once served as a fortress against invading forces, its stone walls echoing the tales of knights and conquerors. The design of the castle was a masterpiece of its time. Formidable defenses with towers and deep moats that made it nearly impossible to breach. But Burg Schlaining was not just a stronghold, it was a symbol of the enduring human spirit in times of war and peace. Even as Europe was embroiled in chaos, the castle remained steadfast, witnessing the rise and fall of empires. Later, it became a place of dialogue and reconciliation, a peaceful retreat where weapons were traded for words. Standing tall today, the castle still holds the weight of its past within its walls, reminding us of the delicate balance between conflict and peace. From its ramparts, you can see the quiet hills, bearing witness to centuries of change and endurance. They call Graz the hidden gem of Austria, and once you step into the city, you'll understand why. Nestled between rolling hills and shaded forests, Graz is a city that doesn't flaunt its beauty, but invites you to discover it slowly. Here, the old and new coexist harmoniously. Renaissance architecture rubs shoulders with cutting-edge modern design. Graz isn't the stereotypical Austrian city of snow-covered peaks. It's a place where art, culture, and history blend into a peaceful urban symphony. The streets meander like a quiet river, revealing hidden squares and quiet corners that tell their own stories. There's a unique stillness here, as if time moves at a gentler pace. Once the heart of an intellectual revolution, Graz remains a city that inspires deep thought and reflection. It's a place that feels comfortable, lived in, where beauty doesn't demand attention, but subtly captures your heart. The Krimml Waterfalls, the highest waterfall in Austria, stands at an impressive 380 meters tall. located in the High Tower National Park in Salzburg. These falls are on the Krimmler River near the village of Krimml. The waterfall is tiered into 3 stages. The upper stage drops 140 meters, the middle stage falls 100 meters, and the lowest stage plunges another 140 meters. The waterfall's total height reaches 1,470 meters above sea level, offering a breathtaking view. The waterfall's misty spray creates a unique environment, supporting the growth of mosses, lichens, and ferns. This stunning waterfall attracts around 400,000 visitors each year, eager to witness its beauty. With its impressive size and the peaceful surroundings, the Krimml Waterfalls are a must-see natural wonder in Austria. Hainburg Castle, perched above the Danube River in Lower Austria, was originally built in 1050 under the orders of Holy Roman Emperor Henry III. It was likely constructed on the site of an earlier fortification, though Hungarian forces fiercely tried to prevent its completion. In 1252, a royal wedding took place here between Ottokar II of Bohemia and Margaret of Austria. Over the centuries, the castle saw battles, sieges, and even lightning strikes. It was taken by the Ottomans twice, once in 1529 and again in 1683 during their march to Vienna. Though it's now a ruin, the castle still stands strong, offering sweeping views and stories from Austria's dramatic past. Semmering is a serene village in Styria, Austria, where nature's beauty unfolds at every turn, with the Eastern Alps towering in the distance. The name Semmering, which translates to summer meadow, perfectly reflects the village's tranquil alpine charm. Surrounded by lush meadows and the towering Hochosterwitz Mountain, Semmering is a hidden paradise for outdoor enthusiasts. In the summer, hiking trails wind through breathtaking landscapes, while in winter, the slopes offer skiing and snowboarding opportunities. This village has a deep connection to nature, with cattle farming playing an important role in the local way of life. Traditional wooden houses dot the landscape, adding to the rustic beauty and timeless feel of the village. The Salzkammergut is a beautiful region in northern Austria, full of lakes, hills, and tall mountains. It has more than 30 clear lakes, like Wolfgangsee, Mondsee, and Hallstattersee, surrounded by green forests and quiet villages. Even in the busy areas, you can always find peaceful spots where the water is calm, perfect for swimming, boating, or just sitting by the shore. People often call it Austria's Lake District because there are so many lovely lakes and amazing mountain views. The highest mountains here are the Dachstein peaks, which rise almost 3,000 meters into the sky. The name Salzkammergut means salt chamber because salt was mined here a long time ago, even before the Roman times. Today, people still work with wood, raise cows, and make things like cheese, paper, and ceramics in towns like Gmunden and Bad Ischl. But the biggest reason people come here is to enjoy the fresh air, the peaceful lakes, and the beautiful nature. Bad Gastein is a little town hidden in the Austrian Alps, where waterfalls roar beside old grand hotels. It feels like a place from another time, with tall buildings from the Belle Epoque and mountain air that feels fresh and pure. People come here not just for the views, but to feel better. The town is famous for its natural healing water. This water has been used for centuries to help with joint pain and other health problems. You can take a walk through the forest, visit a spa, or ride a lift up to the top of the Stubner Kogel for mountain views. Bad Gastein is a place that soothes the body and lifts the spirit, calm, beautiful, and full of quiet magic. Achensee, the fjord of the Alps, or Tyrol Sea, is located in Jenbach and is the largest lake in Tyrol. The lake's water ranges from emerald green to ultramarine, with excellent water quality and visibility up to 10 meters. However, the water temperature is quite low, often below 20 degrees Celsius. On the southern shore, Atoll Achensee has its own beach and warmer water. Achenkirch in the north features mountain springs flowing into the lake and a man-made promontory for swimming. Pertisau and Morach are other lakeside locations. The lake is nestled between the Karwendel mountain range, Europe's largest nature reserve. The lake became famous in the 15th century thanks to Emperor Maximilian's records, who commissioned boats for the lake. Tourism at the lake began in 1887, and since 1927, the lake's water has been used to generate electricity. In the heart of Burgenland, Austria, a centuries-old fortress is being meticulously restored, preserving the rich history of a family that has kept it standing for over 500 years. This is Gussing Castle, a living testament to both the resilience of its past and the efforts of conservationists to preserve it for future generations. Established in the late 12th century, the castle was built on a hilltop, strategically overlooking the border between Hungary and Austria. Over the years, it became a key military outpost, enduring numerous battles and sieges. In 1524, it was acquired by the Bathiani family, who still own the castle. By the 18th century, the castle's fortifications were weakened, and parts of it were even demolished. In the late 1800s, efforts to restore and preserve the castle began, leading to its current state as a historical gem. Visitors can explore its restored halls, which host summer concerts, theater performances, and a museum showcasing its rich heritage. Just imagine a city where emperors once ruled, where music filled the air, and where every street corner holds a piece of history. This is Vienna, the elegant capital of Austria, nestled beside the gentle Danube River and at the edge of the Alps. For centuries, it was the seat of the mighty Habsburg Empire, and its grandeur still echoes in the palaces and cathedrals they left behind. You can stroll through the old town, where medieval buildings stand proudly beside Baroque masterpieces and cozy coffee houses. Vienna has about 1.8 million residents today, and it's the center of Austria's culture, politics, and art. It's known around the world as the City of Music, because this is where Mozart, Beethoven, and Strauss composed the very notes that shaped classical music. Almost everywhere you go, you'll find traces of these legends, statues, concert halls, even their former homes. UNESCO has named Vienna's historic center a World Heritage Site for its stunning architecture and cultural importance. Nestled by the sparkling waters of Lake Traunsee, the village of Traunkirchen holds a history that stretches back centuries. The town's old-world charm is unmistakable, with its narrow streets, rustic wooden houses, and towering peaks that frame the landscape. What sets this village apart is its deep connection with the natural world, where every corner tells a story of the past. The crystal-clear lake, with its mysterious depths, has been a source of inspiration for countless artists who found solace in its stillness. A walk along the shore transports you back in time, revealing secrets hidden beneath the surface. Traunkirchen is more than a village. It's a living memory of Austria's heart, a quiet sanctuary that continues to capture the imagination of all who visit. High up in the Austrian Alps, there's a peaceful lake that feels like a hidden treasure. This is Lake Weissensee, the highest swimming lake in Austria, sitting 930 meters above sea level. Surrounded by quiet forests and tall mountain peaks, it's part of the Weissensee Nature Park, where nature is still wild and untouched. But Weissensee isn't just beautiful in summer, it changes completely in winter. When the lake freezes over, it becomes Europe's largest natural ice surface, smooth and shiny like glass. People come from all over to skate here, especially in January, during the famous Dutch 11-city tour. Thousands join in to skate 50, 100, or even 200 kilometers across the frozen lake. And if you like curling, this is also where Europe's biggest traditional curling tournament takes place every winter. The Stillup Waterfall, a tall waterfall near Meierhofen in Tyrol, Austria, stands at an elevation of 1,116 meters. To reach it, visitors can take a narrow road from the Ahornbahn ski lift up to the Speicher Stillup Dam. For the best views of the waterfall, visitors should cross the dam and walk along the shore of the lake for a short distance. The best time to visit is during the summer, especially in June and early July, when snowmelt feeds the waterfall. For photographers, the afternoon provides the best light, as the waterfall faces southwest. It's also an ideal spot for families, as there are easy walks, beautiful views, and plenty of space to enjoy the lake. Founded in 1089, Melk Abbey has stood as a symbol of Austria's religious and cultural heritage for over 900 years. Its striking Baroque design, with its ornate facade and intricate frescoes, immediately captures the eye. But it is the abbey's history that truly makes it remarkable. Originally a fortress, it was converted into a Benedictine monastery in the 12th century, where it became a center for education, learning, and art. Scholars from all over Europe have studied here, and the abbey has been a hub for intellectual exchange for centuries. The abbey's gardens and terraces offer stunning views of the Wachau Valley, with its rolling vineyards and the winding Danube River below. But Melk's significance isn't just in its physical beauty. It played a vital role during the Austrian Enlightenment, helping to spread ideas of science and philosophy. During the Napoleonic Wars, Melk Abbey was briefly occupied by French forces, but the monks and their way of life endured. Today, Melk Abbey remains an active monastery, continuing its tradition of learning and spirituality. The Natural History Museum, Vienna, is one of the largest museums in Austria, located in the heart of Vienna. This museum isn't just about beautiful displays. It's also a major research center with 30 million items studied by scientists. The museum's collection dates back over 250 years, starting with Emperor Francis I, who bought the world's largest natural history collection in 1750. In 1889, the museum officially opened to the public, thanks to Emperor Franz Joseph I. If you love dinosaurs, gemstones, or ancient artifacts, this museum is a must-see in Vienna. The Dachstein Mountains rise majestically across 3 Austrian states: Styria, Upper Austria, and Salzburg. At nearly 3,000 meters above sea level, Hoher Dachstein is the second tallest peak in the northern limestone Alps, towering over the landscape. This stunning mountain range is known for its glaciers, especially around its highest point, where the ice meets the rocky peaks in a dazzling display of nature's power. The Dachstein is made up of 4 distinct groups, each with its own charm: Hochosterwitz, Gosausee, Ottenstein, and Krimml. In the winter, the Dachstein becomes a winter wonderland, attracting skiers and adventurers to its icy slopes and glaciers. In summer, the mountains transform into a paradise for hikers, with cable cars, climbing routes, and countless trails that weave through lush valleys and alpine meadows. The Dachstein is a place where nature, history, and adventure blend into one unforgettable experience. Gazing at glaciers or strolling through ancient villages, the Dachstein Mountains leave a lasting impression on all who visit. Heiligenblut am Grossglockner, also known as Sveta Kri, is a town in the Spital and der Drau district of Carinthia, Austria. Located on the northwest edge of Carinthia, the village sits in a high valley of the High Tauern mountain range in the Eastern Alps. The village is at the foot of the Grossglockner, the highest mountain in Austria, and the Pertisau Glacier. Heiligenblut is the southern starting point of the beautiful Grossglockner High Alpine Road, which leads to Bruck. The area is home to many attractions including cable cars, an open-air museum, and waterfalls. A chapel in Heiligenblut was first mentioned in 1271 and holds a relic of the blood of Christ. The stunning Gothic pilgrimage church was built between 1460 and 1491 and contains the relics of a knight named Brichus. Once a key stop on an ancient Alpine route, Heiligenblut's tourism blossomed after the opening of the Grossglockner Road in 1935, drawing visitors from around the world to this magical corner of the Alps. Krems, located at the western entrance of the Wachau Valley, is a town that beautifully blends its rich history with modern life. Its strategic location along the Danube River made it an important trade center in the Middle Ages, and its old town is a living testament to its vibrant past. The town is known for its well-preserved medieval architecture, including the Krimml Gate and the Steiner Tor, both of which stand as reminders of the town's historical fortifications. Krems is also home to several impressive Baroque churches, whose ornate interior reflects the town's Catholic heritage. The town is also famous for its contributions to Austrian wine culture, particularly its production of wines from the surrounding Wachau vineyards. Krems is home to several wine taverns where visitors can enjoy the local Grüner Veltliner and other regional wines while enjoying traditional Austrian food. The modern side of Krems, with its vibrant cafe culture and contemporary art scene, complements its historical charm, making it a unique place to explore both the old and the new. There's a place where the mountains meet a mirror-like lake, and time seems to slow down. This is Pertisau, a quiet village resting on the western shore of Lake Achensee, deep in Austria's Tyrol region. It lies within the Karwendel Alpine Park, one of the oldest nature reserves in the Eastern Alps, where silence and beauty go hand in hand. Many years ago, this peaceful setting sparked the imagination of writer Eleanor M. Brent Dyer, who turned it into the backdrop for her famous chalet school novels. From the lake's edge, boats set sail across Achensee, connecting villages and meeting the historic Achensee-Bahn Railway at Seespitz. Pertisau is also home to Tiroler Steinöl, a mineral oil made for generations from ancient shale rock, used as a natural remedy across the region. The Gollinger Wasserfall, located in Golling an der Salzach, is one of Austria's most stunning waterfalls. It cascades down in two impressive stages, with the lower drop standing 28 meters high and the upper drop reaching 45 meters. The water comes from the Schwarzbachfall Höhle cave, where over 1,200 liters of water flow out every second. From the parking area, a short 3-minute walk takes you to the base of the waterfall, where you can marvel at the powerful flow. A short hike up offers a higher viewpoint, where the falls appear even more majestic. The upper waterfall creates a unique sight as it disappears into a cave-like opening, adding to its mystery. Crossing the bridge gives you a perfect view of the waterfall, plunging into a deep hole below. The sound of the rushing water fills the air, creating an unforgettable experience. The Golling Waterfall is a true natural wonder, with its impressive size and beauty, making it a must-see in Austria. Imagine standing at the edge of a valley so ancient, it seems like the very landscape itself has stories to tell. This is Spitz, a charming village nestled in the heart of the Wachau Valley. With vineyards clinging to the hillsides, the lush greenery stretches as far as the eye can see. The banks of the Danube River curve gently, creating a mirror-like surface that reflects the perfect tranquility of the scene. Here, the air is filled with the scent of ripening grapes, a reminder of centuries-old winemaking traditions. A slower rhythm of life lingers in the streets, where time seems to pause, letting you savor the peacefulness of nature. It's as though the village itself has become a part of the landscape, unhurried and timeless. Tucked between gentle hills and forests, Gosausee is like a quiet mirror of the sky. Just 30 minutes from Salzburg, this clear, quiet lake sits like a gem between green hills and forested slopes. The water here is so clean and pure that it's used to make bottled drinking water, and you can see all the way to the bottom. People come to walk the trail around the lake, which takes about 3 hours, with peaceful views the whole way. In summer, it's perfect for swimming, paddleboarding, or just relaxing on one of the small beaches. The nearby village of Fuschlem is small and quiet, known for its cozy cafes, friendly locals, and fresh fish from the lake. If you're lucky, you might catch the early morning mist rising from the water, a scene so calm it feels like time has stopped. Wuschelsee isn't loud or busy. It's peaceful, pure, and deeply beautiful, like a gentle breath of fresh mountain air. Plansee is one of Austria's most beautiful and peaceful lakes. It lies in the heart of the Salzkammergut region and stretches for about 12 kilometers. With a depth of 191 meters, it's not only deep, it's the deepest lake in all of Austria. The lake is surrounded by 4 lovely towns: Gmunden in the north, Ebensee in the south, and Altmünster and Traunkirchen along its shores. The Romans once named it Lacus Felix, the Happy Lake. The first written record came in the year 909. When it was called Tronseo. Today, the lake welcomes people from all over the world. The water is clean and clear, with an average temperature of 19 degrees Celsius in August. Perfect for swimming or just dipping your toes. You can also enjoy sailing, surfing, or diving, as the lake is popular for water sports. At the edge of the water in Gmunden, you'll find Schloss Ort, a small castle built on an island back in 1080. It sits quietly on the lake, like something from a fairy tale. Plansee isn't just a place to visit, it's a place to slow down. To listen to the breeze, feel the cool water, and let time pass gently. Running from Glognitz to Mürzuschlag in Austria, Semmering Railway was the very first standard gauge mountain railway in all of Europe. Built in the mid-1800s, it's often called the world's first true mountain railway, and for good reason. The project began in 1848, led by engineer Carl von Gege. Over 20,000 workers built 14 tunnels, 16 grand viaducts, and more than 100 stone bridges across the steep, rugged terrain. It was a massive challenge, climbing 460 meters in elevation over just 41 kilometers of track. The railway didn't just carry people, it brought life to the Semmering region. Hotels, mansions, and resorts popped up as tourists arrived to breathe the mountain air and enjoy the views. Even today, more than 160 years later, the railway is still running strong. In 1998, it was named a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And if you take the ride, with its tunnels, viaducts, and sweeping mountain scenes, you'll see why. It's not just transportation. It's a living piece of Austria's story, and one of the most scenic train journeys in the world. Deep in the heart of the Zillertal Valley near Hallstatt, Waldbachstrub Waterfall is one of Austria's most beautiful sights. The waterfall is just a 1 to 1.5 hour hike from Hallstatt, taking you through a beautiful valley dotted with smaller hidden waterfalls. Here, 3 mountain streams come together and drop 90 meters in a stunning cascade. A lower viewpoint gives you an up-close view of the waterfall, letting you feel its power and immerse in the natural beauty around you. Locals call Waldbachstrub a place of happiness, thanks to its calming, energizing atmosphere. Spanning more than 110 square kilometers, Gosausee National Park is celebrated for its rugged mountain terrain, dense forests, and pristine rivers that carve through deep valleys. The imposing peaks of the Gosausee Range dominate the landscape, providing a breathtaking backdrop for any outdoor adventure. As you explore, you'll come across a variety of wildlife, from deer and marmots to the majestic golden eagle soaring above. Beyond hiking, the park features numerous trails that lead to scenic viewpoints where you can enjoy panoramic vistas of the valley below. For those in search of peace and solitude, the park also boasts quiet spots perfect for a picnic or just soaking in the beauty of nature. Lake Attersee is the largest lake in Austria's Salzkammergut region, stretching about 20 kilometers long and 4 kilometers wide. This lake is part of a chain that begins with smaller lakes like Fuschelsee and Mondsee, with fresh water flowing down to the Danube River. Surrounded by mountains like the Schafberg and the towering Höhlengebirge, Attersee feels like it's tucked between the sky and stone. Because of its steady winds and crystal clear water, it's a dream spot for sailors, swimmers, and anyone who loves the outdoors. One special breeze, called the Rosenwind, floats across a nearby castle's rose garden and carries the sweet smell of roses across the lake. People have lived here for thousands of years, and the remains of ancient stilt houses from the Stone Age can still be found near the northern shore. In the 1800s, paddle steamers carried goods and mail between lakeside villages, and artists like Gustav Klimt found peace and inspiration here. Attersee is more than just a lake. It's a living piece of history, where nature, culture, and quiet beauty come together. As the journey through Austria comes to a close, it's easy to see why this stunning country captures the hearts of travelers from all over the world. From majestic mountains and serene lakes to charming villages and rich history, Austria offers something unforgettable at every turn. And the best part? The adventure doesn't have to end here. Austria's magic is waiting to be explored, with each visit bringing new memories and experiences. So, thank you for joining this journey through the heart of Austria. The stories of this beautiful country are far from over, and who knows where the next adventure will take you. Until next time, see you soon on another unforgettable journey.